It's about to go down.
You are listening to
This is number 1.
WPRD 98.3 GCOM Radio, powered by Lyfeblood.com and hosted by
You are listening to the incredible
Nova Phoenix and LK Mason.
Okay, what up, y'all? This is WPRD 98.3 GCOM Radio. We are here again for episode 2. What's up, Latasha? What's going on?
What's up? LK Mason in the house.
Okay, L, we are here. So, we are starting for our first segment, and we're going to get into the music, as everybody knows how we're going to do this. So, our first talk, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about, let's get into self-automated cars. If you want to talk about that, yeah, I was looking at some articles online. Recently, I saw an article where someone fell asleep, or not even fell asleep. They were messing with their phone while the car was running automated. And unfortunately, they weren't looking. The car, I guess, didn't detect a person moving or bicycling across the road. And unfortunately, he killed the individual that was crossing the road. So, I mean, hey, man, I think the technology is great. Self-automated cars, it's coming. It's not going away. I mean, all the major tech companies have divisions that are R&D divisions that's perfecting their automated technology. Of course, as everybody knows, Tesla, the owner is Elon Musk. He is working. They already have automated vehicles, or the automated feature in the Tesla. I saw this one video where this guy was actually sleeping in the Tesla vehicle as it was in traffic. And they do say you're not supposed to do that. You're always supposed to stay alert.
I know it's funny to me. Go ahead.
You're always supposed to stay alert, and when the car is in the automated mode, but you know, Cass is gonna take liberties, and a dude was straight snoring, snoozing, and somebody was filming them from another car in like the lane over, and it was crazy. Look, I think automated cars are cool. I don't know why people are scared of technology. Eventually, like anything, I think at a point, I think human beings have come to the point where we can do anything we so desire. Whatever technology that improves human beings' lives, we're gonna create it. It's not gonna be great as it came out, but we can perfect it. That story has been told time and time again through human history, and I think this is just another technology that I hope that I can fall asleep in.
Right, but do you really want to test it out until you know for sure that it's not going to be killing people, you know?
Oh, you asking me if I want to wait until they perfect it, or
should they even be testing it on public roads when you already killed someone?
Yeah, but
is it worth someone's life?
Why are they doing it? Because they want
to test it out.
Hey, listen, you remember?
Yes.
I'm sorry, folks, the Challenger. Remember the Challenger explosion? Right? It was the Challenger, the shuttle, right?
Right, but this is something that they signed up for. They know that that's a possibility. I mean, the operator of a car, you know that when you're operating that car, there's a possibility of you getting into an accident. You know that there's a possibility in that aircraft or the shuttle that it could blow up. Like, these are all things that they know about before they go into it, but this isn't someone who's a pedestrian who could possibly get hit by that shuttle. You know what I mean? So it's not like a pedestrian can't sign on to it and say, yes, use that automated shuttle and I could possibly get hit in the sky, you know? But a car, you have this automated car and you have this individual behind it, and you're entrusting someone else's life, not just your own, but someone else's life with that car.
Right. Well, I see what you're saying, because professionals are operating these vehicles, these space shuttles, and you know that's one thing. But when regular pedestrians are getting behind these vehicles, they shouldn't entrust or put all their faith in automated technology that could lead to somebody.
Well, what I'm saying is, even as an operator, so you're saying that in the shuttle, that is something that, you know, was a danger and someone's life was taken. True, but that person who signed up to be an astronaut knew that was a risk, right? But when you have these automated cars and the individual who's the driver, they may be aware that they're driving this automated car, but a pedestrian or somebody riding a bicycle or somebody on a motorcycle, they don't know that an actual individual is not operating that car, right? So they may take risks that they would not take if they knew that, hey, this isn't a living being who can actually detect that I'm in front of their car. You know, the people around you, though, your surroundings, your environment has no clue what type of car you're in.
All right, so we're gonna get into this next song. What's good?
Was good. So our first artist for today, I have none other than my homeboy Vito the Singer from Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to get into his single Slow.
Slow. All right, check it out, y'all.
Na 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 na. No, yeah, yeah. Vito, baby.
Rock me, baby.
Look, you let niggas get the best. I know that you ain't got much left, but I say fuck it, I'll do some construction and work with it, give me the rest. Girl, you need me and I need you too. I'll play my part and I'll wait for you. Yeah. Oh no. Love you with my mind. Deep conversation, tell me what you want. Kiss you with my body. Touch every spot, turn you on before I make love to you. Girl, we'll become one when you're ready. I won't pressure you. Girl, I ain't got nothing but time. We can take it slow.
Ooh, a G-Con exclusive.
It's been a while, so baby, girl, let's take it slow. Trust me, girl, ain't no rush. Ooh, I made time for us. We can take it slow. Take it slow. Yeah. Take my time. Make sure you get yours before I do. Girl, I know exactly what to do. Turn off your phone. Girl, we don't need no interruptions. Oh, baby, 'cause I need you right next to me. I want you all over me. Swim good when I'm diving deep. Hold my breath, don't rescue me. Make you feel it in your knees. Please excuse the Hennessy. And I ain't got nothing but time. We can take it slow. Cause I want much more from you. It's been a while, so baby, girl, let's take it slow. Trust me, girl, ain't no rush. Ooh, I made time for us. Kissing you slow, loving you slow, touching you slow. On top, don't speed it up, go slow. Take your time, go slow. You in the go slow. And girl, I want all of you. We can take it slow. Slow. Cause I want much more from you. It's been a while, so baby, girl, let's take it slow. Slow. Trust me, girl, ain't no rush. Oh, I made time for us. Oh, I made time. Oh, take it slow, take it slow, take it slow, baby, no. Yeah. Take control.
This is G-Con Radio, powered by Lyfeblood.com. Come join, be a lyfer. Practice dollar power and build financial independence.
What's going on, y'all? We're here for the second segment. You just heard Vito Vito is a man. I like his music. Vito, the singer from Atlanta, Georgia, with Slow. So we're gonna start off with our second segment for the show. So we're gonna talk about celebrities and domestic violence. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because a little bit ago they came out a report where a football player was accused of assaulting his girlfriend. Not directly. His name is LaShawn McCoy. He's a running back for the Buffalo Bills. And his ex-girlfriend accuses him of she got beat up. A break-in happened at the home. I forgot where they live, whatever state. She alleges that someone broke into the home and beat her up at the same time, and she's blaming LaShawn McCoy for it. Now, Jen from Brooklyn from Hot 97 in New York, she's the radio host for Hot 97 on Sundays. She put it on her Twitter, and it's the first time I seen it at the time, and she showed a picture of this ex-girlfriend, like she was brutally beaten up, blood on the face coming down, all sold up. Yeah, it was terrible. So me, out of my first reaction, I said, oh man, who is this fuck boy? Where he's at? Because I don't go for that. I don't believe a man should touch a woman in any way. So what happened? Who knew? LaShawn McCoy responded on Twitter. He responded to me on Twitter, and he said that he was in another state. I think he said he was in Florida when it happened. So I'm like, oh, and I said something like, how do you explain this? So he never responded. So my thing was, and it came out a little later that he wasn't in the state. He wasn't in the state at the time. It was this break-in, and she got beat up, and there's a question about what took place, and if it really did happen the way it happened. Now, I gave it some thought, and I was like, nah, man, maybe I shouldn't responded so quickly. So I responded again a little bit later when more details about the incident came out, and I said, of course, with Jen from Brooklyn on that tweet, and I said, you know what, I'm retracting what I initially said. I don't know the situation. More details have come out, which puts things in question. I'm not taking any sides, but I think we should wait till more information comes out and people kind of figure out what took place. So, and then funny, a little bit later, like a week later after the story broke, or 2 weeks later after the story broke, or whatever it happened, it came out that he made a 911 call a year ago saying he was trying to get the same woman out the apartment, out his house. Wow. And she was staying, and it was all caught on, on the 911 call. So that doesn't mean that he's like free from this situation that happened with this girl, his ex-girlfriend getting beat up. But what it does say is, before people jump the gun and start cursing a man out, that we should let law enforcement or the authorities take the reins on this, or be the captain on the ship in this one and figure out what took place. And if he got caught and he it did happen, then so be it. He should get dealt with. But domestic violence is very, very real when it comes to NFL players. A lot of NFL players have been excused, and not just NFL players, but celebrities in general. I mean, what do you think about that as far as how this whole situation, as far as domestic violence and how celebrities are being treated when it comes to this situation? Because they're people too. Shit happens, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, obviously, I'm never for violence in any form, whether it be a man against a woman or a woman against a man. But, I'm just in awe right now, not knowing really what to think about this specific situation, because if what you're alluding to is correct, that's just messed up. I don't use profanity, but the word that comes in my head is something that I don't say. Like, if something occurred and she's saying that it was this man, she's accusing him and he wasn't even in the state. If he's telling the truth about that and he has an alibi and someone can attest to the fact that he wasn't even in town and he didn't do it. Wow. That's all I can say. Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, domestic violence is real.
It is.
And the NFL has a track record of kind of sweeping things under the rug when they find out an NFL player they are involved in domestic violence. I don't know why my tongue is getting twisted up. And you know, it's messed up, man. You know, they should be dealt with, you know, on a professional level.
They should.
No man should ever touch a woman. And,
but in this specific case, like, what you're telling me is they're saying that this man wasn't even in town?
He wasn't even in town. He was in another state.
So what's the explanation of it? Okay, she was robbed, but she thought it was him robbing her? Like, I'm not understanding this.
What she's saying is that they broke into the house. They took specific jewelry that he bought her, and then somehow, you know, they ran up on her and they beat her up real good. And it first broke, I think, on IG. So her girlfriend posted on IG of the picture after she got beat up and was like, "Oh, you messed up," you know, boom, 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 to, you know, to LaShawn, and, you know, this is what you do. You even beat up your dog, and you know, let one of his organs fail because you always, you know, you consistently beat on your dog, and, you know, this is
wow.
What you do.
So there's a history there of him being violent.
That's what the girlfriend, the friend of the ex-girlfriend is saying.
Got you.
So that's what they're saying. But then when he responded on Twitter saying he wasn't even in town, and, you know, he was like, "I wasn't even in town," and then this 911 recording comes out a year prior of him trying to get the girl out, it brings certain things in question. And, you know, people are so quick to, you know, jump to conclusions because there's a track record with NFL players beating on women,
right?
Just
but
celebrities in general.
She, you know, I mean, I'm not understanding it. So why would she blatantly lie? Like, why would she say it was him?
Can I keep it real?
I mean, hey,
keep it 100.
That's what we're here for.
Look, listen. Celebrities, they got paper, they got notoriety, they deal with women from state to state. This dude, let's say in this situation, LaShawn McCoy met this woman, met this G. Yo, no problem. I let her live with me. Bah, 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 bah. As they get to know each other, you know, the magnetism could have worn off, or she wasn't the person she thought she was, that he thought she was. It doesn't work out. He's like, yo, listen, you got bounce. Some G's be on some crazy business, and they be like, "What you talking about?" Like on some thin line between love and hate. Right. You know what I mean? And they like, "Where you going?" "I ain't going nowhere." Blah 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 blah. And the only way they could get at these dudes is, you know, to set them up, you know, and make them look bad in
real life fatal attraction. Like, I hate to comment on this. I don't know enough about the situation. I don't know if, you know, the young lady is telling the truth and who's telling the truth. I don't know if he has a legit alibi, you know, that he was legitimately not in town and could not have done these things. And this is just messed up. And violence, you know, domestic violence in any form, for me, it's not acceptable. You know, if you feel like you're in a relationship, whether you're a woman or a man, and you feel like you have the need to put your hands on that person, you've already stayed too long. You know, you need to go ahead and get out of that relationship. There shouldn't be a time where you should be putting your hands on your significant other. You just shouldn't.
Right. That's true. And when you see those cases, you will deal with it. And, you know, and they should be dealt with swiftly.
To the full extent of the law. Absolutely.
To the fullest extent of the law. But, you know, again, that's why you're innocent before proven guilty.
Innocent before proven guilty, correct.
You know, when it comes to these situations, you got to wait until an investigation is done. See, you know.
Yeah, you have to take it case by case. Sometimes people try to loop it all together. Well, this NFL player got away with it and that NFL player got away with it, and you try to use someone as an example, and that person could be, you know, innocent. You have to take it case by case.
This dude could lose his career.
Right.
You think about it.
Right.
If we judge people totally on public opinion, a lot of people could lose their entire careers based on, you know, false reports.
Right.
And Yeah, it's messed up. So, I think domestic violence is terrible. Bottom line.
It is.
But there's got to be a way where we can, the public eye or people that are going to throw in their 2 cents, stay out of the business, let the authorities figure out what's happening, let them piece it together, and then when the information and the news comes out on what really took place, then people could add their 2 cents. But you know what? That's a perfect world. That's never going to happen. But, and I think, and it also has a little, and the Me Too movement does add to that as well, because there's been many decades of women not being believed, and they've been cast aside and not treated with respect and not valued, and now it's finally coming about where the Me Too movement is driving that message that women should be valued, women should be respected, women should be believed when domestic violence happen or when sexual assault happens.
Absolutely.
And we should treat it with respect that it deserves.
Absolutely.
So, and because of that, a lot of people want to throw in their 2 cents, like as what I did, and I was like, yo, that's messed up. But then I got to remember, we can't have the mob mentality. You know what I mean? We gotta let it take its course,
right?
Let the authorities handle it, and it happens the way it happens. All right, so we out. So we're gonna get into the next song. What we got, Latasha?
We got my girl Zamar Jennings from Atlanta, Georgia. Silly of Me.
Silly of Me. Listen up.
Sounding off around the world. You are listening to GCOM Radio, bringing you the hottest hits.
You feel for me, why are you playing games? I need you badly. I know you can't see the bigger picture. You're one-track minded and selfish with it. And at night when you got me crying out, all I'm thinking about is who you thinking about. Cause you're here with me, but you ain't here with me. Baby, why you letting me down? Just say it. I've had enough of all of the complaining, and I'm so tired. Your love's what I require. If you're mine, I shouldn't have to wonder who's up under you, and who's been touching you, and who's been calling you. I've been down sometime, and I know if you wanted me, baby, I know. I don't wanna wait around. True. Silly of me, I fell in love. Silly of me, silly of me, I fell in love. I fell in love with you. chasing after you, I can do better. I ain't even mad, boys, no pressure. You gon' see when I'm out, but please remember, won't be me and you, boy, no, never, ever again. Your time is up.
Great. Okay, what's up, y'all? We are back. You just heard Ziamata Jennings from Atlanta, Georgia. Silly of me. I think she's a beautiful artist, man. I loved her voice when I first heard it. I loved it. We will play more songs from her as the shows go on.
Absolutely. I almost started singing the song for you all, but I didn't want to lose listeners. So, yeah, I'll let her do the singing.
Okay. So, what we talking about here? We're going to talk about IG models. So, all right, y'all. So, this is the deal. So, I'm going to give mad respect to women on IG, these IG models, and women in general for creating businesses on IG, because you guys are running IG like nobody's business. I'm telling you. We have a variety different. I've seen, women skinning out, all right, on IG, and they get massive followings. Like, for instance, I follow DJ K Slay on IG, and he has this thing where, no disrespect to him, I can't remember the name of his magazine, but he has a bikini magazine for black women and women of color. So there's one that I do know, and I saw her, and I'm not gonna say any names, and she started out probably with 500 followers, 1,000 followers, something like that. I ain't say 6 months later, she had, I think, 20,000 followers or some number.
Whoa.
She blew it out. Now, we know sex sells, right? So men go on IG. Look, I'm not going to exclude myself from it. I'm going to keep it 100. I look at IG and I see some G's. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm not exempt from it. You know what I mean? I got eyes. I'm not freaking blind. And there's some women that do their thing. And I'm like, more props to you. They be having 25,000, 100,000 followers, 125,000 followers. And you got to give respect where respect due. And then not just that, you have more conservative women that really don't skin out like that. They'll probably have like a halter, a midsection, exposing midsection, wearing jeans, looking real nice, looking real profesh, and they got decent followings too. And along with whatever businesses that they push. And they got crazy followers. Again, it is what it is. I tell you, I've never seen some regular Joe Schmo guy have 25,000 followers out the gate. I tell you that. Women run. I'm going to say this one more time. Women run IG. You hear me?
We run it, man.
And I give them props. Now, there's a...
Women just run the world in general. But who knew? Who knew IG was a talent agent?
But you got that right. There's plenty of women on there that is doing their own talent, being their own talent agent. But there's a downside to it. So the downside to it is, a lot of these women, the ones that are more, wearing the bikinis and straight, skinning out like that, like I said, there's a downside to it.
Right.
So the other thing, the dark underworld to it is a lot of these women that have that says book me at this, send it to this email, blah 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 blah. A lot of them don't be models by themselves. They're not models. They basically sell their body. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. It's prostitution on IG. Straight prostitution. And what happens is you see a lot of these IG models, and you see these couple of stories on YouTube. These IG models, you see them in Dubai and these foreign places, and they go there consistently, and you're like, yo, how y'all going over there? And all right, maybe they models. But then the story broke where they're saying a lot of these models, quote unquote, are getting calls or getting contacted from rich princes in Dubai, and these sheikhs that got dough, or these mad rich cats, and they're giving them like $15,000, $10,000 to come down and chill on a boat with some other women or in a hotel, and they're giving they're giving like 15 G's, 20 G's to do, to prostitute. Straight prostitute. They're either being shitted on, like Two Girls in a Cup. If everybody knows what Two Girls in a Cup is, they're literally being shitted on. Bukkake, they're playing bukkake roles. Like bukkake, if nobody knows that means, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's men jizzing off on women in a group. 5 to 7 to 8 men around these women, and they're jizzing off, and that's what bukkake is. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then these rich dudes is letting their younger brothers, 14, 13, busting their cherry, telling these women to have sex with their young brothers. So there's a lot, but they don't tell you that. These quote unquote IG models are not saying that. So there is an underworld to what's happening, and
there is. Let me tell you, this is a true story. I received a DM I received many DMs. But I received a DM from a guy pretending to be interested in me. He thought my photo was beautiful and he wanted to get to know me. And I say, okay. And I never clicked on his profile because I wasn't initially, I don't do the whole social media hookup thing. And, he was spitting some knowledge to me in my DM. So I decided to go ahead and click on his profile. And this dude is a porn star. And I'm like, yo.
Yo.
So I'm like, you trying to recruit me for a porn movie? And I'm not, I'm a plus size lady. I don't show all my business all like that. My profile picture is just, really head and shoulders. I got some other pictures on there that might show just a little bit, but I'm fully covered. And I'm like, and so you said, hey, I just never responded. I never responded to him again. No, once I seen what he was about, I'm like, you're a full-blown porn star. Like, you got full-blown porn on your page, man. And you see the content of my Instagram. No, he didn't do that. But he didn't have to do that because it's all over his page.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, what if I never clicked on his page? I guess that was stupid of me not to do that initially. But, I was like, okay, he seemed like a cool guy. He's sending me these messages and
How you gonna say he sound like a cool guy and you don't click on his IG?
I mean, because I'm just reading his content when he's sending me in these messages. He's obviously has read my page and saw that I'm a very spiritual person, and so that's how he was addressing me, So, after a few messages or so, I'm like, oh, let me check him out. See what dude is about. Maybe it's really a real account because, you get these fake accounts sending you DMs. I don't, so I don't really click on their profiles. And so that's why I clicked on his profile, and this is a porn star.
Wow. Yo, did you consider it when you saw his junk though?
Yo, dude.
Like, well, wait a second now. Well, wait a second. He got an elephant there.
That's not attractive to me. That's not attractive to me. Unless you are mine and I am yours, I don't need to be seeing your junk, man. That's not attractive to me.
You got turned off quick?
I don't need to see your business. I don't need to see your business.
Yo, so you ain't never. Come on now. Come on. You walking down the street. You see a dude wearing sweatpants. You be like, hold on a second.
That's different. That's different. You know what I mean? I feel like that is different. It is. I think that's different than somebody that's not leaving anything to the imagination. You just got your business hanging out like that. Like, no. I don't. I don't care about your sweatpants joint. I don't care about you with your boxes on and they little huggy tight boxes and you show. I don't.
Has a dude ever did that for you? Like try to flaunt what he had in front of you and make it obvious? Like, have dudes ever done that?
Yo, I was at work. You know, I used to work a little 9 to 5 before. And this guy, no joke, he told me, he was like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he told me he just has sat on his stuff. I'm like, what?
Yo, so my man was
my dude at the time, you know, man of interest at the time, I'm texting him and I'm like, dude next to me legit just told me he sat on his junk. I didn't even know that was possible. And so my dude at the time is like, he's straight up just trying to, hit on you. That's what he's doing. Yeah, he's trying to let you know that his stuff, he was trying to say his stuff is long or whatever. He got a big Johnson,
Hey, yeah, he got intimidated, right? My man got intimidated. Don't be messing with him, yo. Don't be messing with him.
Yo.
Right? Yo, that's funny. My man's like, so I sat on my joint, so that shit hurt. So, you want to go to lunch? Can I take you out right quick? You know what I mean? I just make sure that I won't sit on it next time, because you know how that bitch, you know how brothers do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
straight corny.
Obviously hitting around or something.
That was straight corny. My man was like, yeah. What you know? What? It's funny. I'm glad I asked that question because women flaunt it, when they want to get attention. Mm-hmm. But it's funny. Do men do that? And that was straight corny.
They do. But, muscles are my weakness, and some guys who know that muscles are my weakness, yeah, they try to show the little stuff a little bit, try to show the muscles off, and Lord have mercy.
Oh my God. I swear that's so corny, but you know what? Some people call me haters, but it is what it is.
Hey, I'm like, bless you. Go, yes, bless you.
Whatever. This is mad corny. Take off the muscle shirt. Put on a regular shirt. Put on a polo shirt. You corny, son.
See, now you hating.
Whatever. We gonna go into this next song. It's Lil Shady from Warren, Ohio. My man, Lil Shady.
Dub City. Walk and Talk featuring Contact.
All right, check this out, man. That's my man. All right, let's go.
Mama told me it'd be days like this. I roll a blunt and crack a bottle and embrace getting lit. Time flies, we all live and we die. We all laugh, we all crawl into the sky, and that's why we fall in love only to get our hearts broken. No apologies or explanations, not a word spoken. Down to your last, are you gonna eat or you gonna smoke? Sometimes you pay, sometimes you broke. Going crazy in the brain, sometimes you feel you can't go. Fuck friends, they wanna fuck your main. See you out and take pics like it's a game. But they don't really want no smoke. If you got you a real one on your side, they'll let them know it's no go. We got a racist and a womanizing president. Mr. Obama come back, that would be heaven sent. Real shit that I spit, ain't nothing fabricated. Ain't gotta be Jay-Z famous to say I made it. Young nigga, let me walk with you. For a second, I won't preach, but let me talk with you. The game of life is what you make it, nigga. Fuck what they saying, get your paper, you can make it, nigga. Young nigga, let me walk with you. For a second, I won't preach, but let me talk with you. The game of life is what you make it, nigga. Fuck what they saying, get your paper, you can make it, nigga.
Wow. Wait, I'ma let these motherfuckers know I stretch all of these niggas out in the city that's running their mouth on the low. And it ain't been the only thing official. Niggas bouncing out tapes in cities that never crossed over on their dribble. Now we streaming through street teams, and street dreams was never needed. Cause anything that we put our stamp on was always completed. With a connect fool, my nigga, don't be selfish. Just cause a nigga swag right don't mean this rap shit didn't help it. I done felt and dealt the pain. Smoked some of the gas to melt your brain. Been in some ass that I wanted to impregnate. When I came at 14, I knew that statutory to the gang, which made me a monster in every category in any lane. Do know my nigga said fuck friends, and I know the feeling. Just get you one. That's what my mama said to all of her children. A boss nigga without no capos. Pockets different now. Scarface can't even smile today the way these niggas switching their style.
Hey, young nigga, let me walk with you. For a second, I won't preach, but let me talk with you. The game of life is what you make it, nigga. Fuck what they saying, get your paper, you can make it, nigga. Young nigga, let me walk with you. For a second, I won't preach, but let me talk with you. The game of life is what you make it, nigga. Fuck what they saying, get your paper, you can make it, nigga. Yeah.
Okay, y'all, that was Little Shady from Warren, Ohio. Walk and Talk featuring Contact. That's my man. He definitely is one to listen to as he's coming up. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody listening to the show. This is episode 2. It's very early on. We will get better as we go along. Thanks for listening to us ramble on about these various topics. Please check out Lyfeblood.com. Lyfeblood.com is a crowdsourcing platform. I know, right? It's a crowdsourcing platform that encourages people to figure out their passions, and through the members as they build them, they can live or practice the dollar power philosophy. That means each member giving you $1 per month in order for you to fulfill your dreams. So imagine having 5,000 friends, and each one of them, they're giving you $1 for you to be whatever you want to be, whether you're a musician or a baker or a dancer. That's what Lyfeblood.com is about. So come check it out. Anything you want to add, Latasha?
Great show, man. Lil Shady, Zamar Jennings, Vito the Singer, thank you for submitting your music.
That's what we want to do. We want to give an opportunity for some great artists to get some exposure and to build as they go. And some of them, they're just established and they got a market already, and it's just great to be a part of the Lyfeblood GCOM Radio family. So we out, y'all. Check out episode 3. We'll see you on the next go round. Later.
Peace.
It's WPRD 98.3 GCOM Radio, powered by Lyfeblood.com for the global community on the next go round. From right here to your time.
I already know.
We out.